We on.
But talking about check it out corner. Y'all, please go check out that Truckin' Chub Z, man. The dude is and especially when him and Shad get on there. Him and Shad they got a chemistry, bro. It's almost like peaches and herb, bro. They got this thing going. Yeah.
Yo, what's going on out there, everybody? You are now tuned in to the Fans Point of View, the best unknown podcast that there is up out there. Me and my man Shad kicking it. How you doing today, Shad? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, brother. We got the Super Bowl tomorrow. We got some great topics to talk about today, and I finally got my lighting together. So we working, man. So let's, like you say, we the best unknown. So, but we're gonna keep grinding, stay
That's right.
humble, stay
That's
stay dangerous, as they say.
Stay dangerous. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right about that. How y'all feeling up out there in the chat, man? How are my peoples out there feeling right now? I hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all kick back. Make sure you got your brewski. Make sure you got your what's up, South Coast Kane in the building. What's up, dog? Yeah, man. What's up, man? Make sure y'all got your brewskis, whatever you into. Kick back, relax, man, and we gonna take y'all on this ride with real quick, man. Get up into these topics. You heard me? Let's go, Shad. All right,
Let's
so
get it.
first up, we got the 49ers. So my man hits me up. He's like, yo, the 49ers in the lottery picks. There's some NFL owners that's mad about the 49ers getting a lot extra lottery picks in the draft, right? Because of they're getting rewarded for their hiring and tutelage of minority coaches. Okay. So I'll let you get the first one on this, and then I'll back you up on that. So, what do you think about this whole thing going on, Shad? What's going on? What you feeling, bro?
Well, before we get into it, let's let the audience know, what this means. What a compensatory draft pick is.
Okay.
Compensatory draft pick essentially means that the 49ers get two draft picks for every coach
He got a little
or
issue going on. Okay. So like
went out. You still there?
yeah, we still here. Go ahead and start over from a compensatory pick where you was defining the word for
Oh,
them.
you good? You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes. Just go ahead and start over from the compensatory draft pick. That's where you froze at. Cuban
You
Kane
there?
in the building. What's going on, man?
Oh, snap.
Is it me? Is it? I think I'm good, right? I think I'm good. Is it me or is it Shad that's rolling off? Okay, so they're getting so the picks right. It's okay. He'll be back. He'll be back in. He'll be back in. Let's not panic. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the picks. So they're getting mad about the picks. Yeah, Shad is froze. Okay, all right. Thank you, Cuban. Thank you, Cuban. It's all good. It's all good. He getting that worked out right now. You know what I'm saying? I uh I had to tap into his Wi-Fi real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because like I thought I paid the bill, but you know what I'm saying? He said Shad saw Cuban. Nah, he ain't get. Dog, don't say that about my dog. My dog ain't get scared up out here. We about that smoke, okay? We about that smoke up out here. But the draft pick, right? With the whole thing with the draft picks and all that, they're being basically rewarded. What I'm gonna say is I'm gonna get my take. They're being rewarded for doing good things, for a good deed. It's a good deed that they did. This is not something that they should, you know what I mean? This is something that every NFL team had the chance to do. Every NFL team had the exact chance and everything to do what the 49ers have done. But they did not do that. Now, are you good, bro? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
He
good.
up
I'm
in the
good.
building. Are you good? Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I saved it. But anyhow, every team had the 49ers a chance to do what the 49ers have done. So with that being said, like I don't this is me, Truck and Chevy style. I don't believe that this is something they should be complaining about. They went ahead and they did something, whether it was for to get more depository picks, or whether it wasn't. Did a good deed and they're rewarded for that. Simple and plain. But now you can go ahead and pick up off where you left off, Shad, because what they let the last thing they heard was the compository pick. You were about to go into the definition of that, and then you froze. So
My bad. My bad. My bad. We gotta get the technicals. Anyway, compensatory pick is the 49ers get two third round draft picks for every coach or every person that gets a head coaching gig or a general manager gig. So the 49ers have picked up 10 picks because they had D'Amico Ryan just got hired by the Texans. Shalala got, I mean, Robert Sala got picked up by the Jets as a head coach. Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. Ryan Carthon, the GM for the Titans, and Martin Mayhew is the GM for the Commanders. So
mm,
they've picked up 10 picks simply off of doing that.
mm,
So they will have, they got 7 picks. No, they had 7 picks in last year's draft, and they'll
mm-hmm.
have 11 total draft picks in this upcoming draft. So you
Sheesh.
so you put that in perspective. We're talking about the Super Bowl runner-up or the Super Bowl winner going into the season next season with 11 draft picks. So
Jeez.
so you got
Hey,
a lot going on right there.
like I said, and I'll say it again for everybody because Shad didn't hear me. But look, like I said, simple and plain on this one. Every team in the NFL had the chance to do exactly what the 49ers just have done. Every team could
Yes.
have trained minority coaches in the league. They didn't do that. Now, whether the 49ers done that to get more picks, that's on them. They were smart to do so. But I doubt if they were. You know what I mean? They were just hiring people they thought that fit the job, and they were trying to fill the minority void of that. And look, round of applause for them for doing that, right? I'm sure everybody out there could agree. You know what I'm saying? And now, look, they got more picks, and if they win the Super Bowl, a lot of people gonna be mad about it. But you can't be. You
Nope.
can't be. They broke a mold that hasn't nobody broke out there. So just relax on that. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go. You know what I mean? So anybody got any questions out there on this? Anybody want to add to it out there in the chat? Anybody want to feel some kind of way? You want to add something more up on that shit? I know you do. I know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would.
yeah. Because let's ask the tough question. Do you feel like this is more effective than the Rooney Rule? Because I do.
Mm,
And
mm,
I'm gonna tell you why I think it's more effective. Because we understand that football and even basketball, because we watch what the Golden State Warriors, what they've employed and how that has taken over the NBA. Some people feel like it's
yeah.
for bad, some people feel like it's for good.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to copy a winner. So if the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL, of course people are going to go ahead and want to go get one of their assistant coaches and make them a head coach. So I think that is more effective than the Rooney Rule because you may have minority candidates that don't come from a winning tradition or winning team, and especially let's say if you're an offensive coordinator, like
Preach.
prime example, the offensive coordinator for the um, Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
When they went to the Super Bowl, you were a prime candidate.
Right.
But because the Eagles were not able to maintain their success, they started to backslide a little bit. You somewhat lost your value, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but the 49ers they plug and go. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more effective than the Rooney Rule. That's
It,
that's
it
my
is.
opinion.
It is. Man, look, man, you get a and I gotta give my dog round of applause. Hey, he hit it. That's the tough question. In facts, it is. It's gonna like I said, like yeah, it most definitely is going to be way more effective than a Rooney Rule. Like I said, whether they did that on purpose to get the picks or not, regardless. That is a tough question though, and it is a way better incentive to get teams to hire and train minority coaches. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think a woman would fit well in they're considered a minority in the sport of football, but I don't think they'll fit well in the locker room. I can imagine a woman coach trying to be in the men's locker room. But
Well, trucking based on the rule which came into place in 2020,
yeah,
it states if they become a coach
yeah,
or if they become a general manager.
okay,
So I do know the 49ers do have a female a part of their organization.
uh-huh.
So hey, there's an opportunity right there, general
See,
manager.
see what I'm
So
saying?
they
See,
got all the bases covered.
see. They own it. The 49ers is changing. They done changed the game. The 49ers is on point. And my man South Coast Kane and Cuban Kane said, damn, a good one, Shad. And South Coast Kane said Shad is on target like a bullseye out there, motherfucker. Got him. I agree. I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%. Like all the way through that, bro. All the way through. Now we got another one because y'all know how we like to do it here on the fans' point of view. We got the hot topics. You heard me? So this next one, I'm. This is another one. Shad's like, yo, we gotta touch on this, dog. So if y'all didn't know, Merril Hodges at Super Bowl Radio Row did an interview, and one thing that he had mentioned, I'm gonna try to get it verbatim, but don't quote me all on this all the way. He was saying that I hope the Bears do not think that Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than Justin Fields because Caleb Williams is not a better quarterback than Justin Fields. And the Bears would not be doing any justice letting Justin Fields go if Caleb and drafting Caleb Williams. Now we all know that, but I'm just saying when a pro such as Merril Hoge says things like that, you know what I mean? It goes a long way. But here, fans' point of view, me and Shad said, okay, we're gonna take that and we're gonna break some of this down. We're gonna break some of this down because essentially, Shad, what?
Justin Fields and Caleb Williams are the same quarterback. They same quarterback.
Same damn quarterback.
Same quarterback.
There is no difference between the two. And when you're looking at them, like, so when you're looking at Caleb, the when Justin Fields first came in, he's Caleb Williams is getting those same evaluations that Justin Fields was getting before he came into the NFL. And now they're trying to give him a pro comparison of whom, Shad?
They are saying they're trying to give Caleb Williams a pro comparison of Patrick Mahomes. That's what that's what they're trying to give him.
Shit. Look, I mean, I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. Now, we know he ain't no Patrick Mahomes. That's a fact. We know he ain't no Patrick Mahomes. Now, you say that's when they say Dak Prescott, I think that that's just throwing bullshit out there. I don't think that Justin Fields had a proper chance in the NFL anyhow. All these different coaches, coordinators coming in and out of Chicago, no stability there. It's just a whole mess up there in Chicago. He needs to go somewhere where it's stable at. I think Justin Fields is a damn good quarterback, and I think that he can be an all pro quarterback on a different team. Nothing against Chicago, but Chicago just don't have no stability up there. And once again, if you're going to go out and just draft a younger version of who he is, that's just dumb. That's dumb. He's younger. Justin Fields got the experience. We've always said that was not a smart move for Chicago when we did our mock draft. You know, we already said that Chicago should go and get some weapons and place them around Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? They should not go and draft Caleb Williams. I don't think it's a smart move. We all know out there that it's not a smart move to do so. You can even a lot of people think that these quarterbacks may not get taken into the second round, or late first round. And the first one that may come off is Drake May. That's what I think. But you go ahead and you touch on that some more, and then I'll piggyback off you, bro.
Okay, so I always like to give my sources where I study it. I
Facts.
I got this from NFL Draft Buzz. Now this is funny, trucking. This is funny. These are the strengths of Caleb Williams. Quick release, arm strength, can use his feet when pressure, ideal speed, natural leader, accurate
Mm-hmm.
thrower, off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who has those exact same strengths, trucking?
Justin Fields.
Let's go to the weaknesses because there got to be some difference there. It got to be.
Let's
These are
go.
the weaknesses. Trouble finding the second and third read. Footwork needs work. Tends to hold the ball too long.
Justin Fields. All the way through.
So trucking. I said, you know what? Let's go to the numbers, cause people like numbers. I want to go to the numbers right now.
Whew,
I
let's go.
took I took their best year. I took their best year, which in both cases was their sophomore year, because
Okay.
obviously Caleb Williams was dealing with the inferior offensive line, and Justin Fields only played 8 games his junior year. So these are the numbers. 2019 Justin Fields, 41 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 67.2 completion percentage,
Mm-hmm.
484 yards rushing. That's
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
2022 Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winning Caleb Williams, 42 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 67% passing, 382 yards rushing. Trucking.
Same, same damn thing, man. Hey,
You're the
there ain't no
same. You're the same person.
same damn person, man.
So
Why?
why? So why is why is Caleb Williams special and Justin Field isn't?
There isn't no difference, man. It's what they want to make, man. You already know what time it is when it comes to all that in this entertainment world, but we're not into that. So we like to bring the numbers in, and he just broke down the numbers to you. That's why we like to do it like that, bring out the numbers and everything else. Like, and that's exactly what South Coast Kane is saying. Let's go. It's a hype machine. Well, Cuban Kane also they had to weighed in on it too. Like, but look, yeah, your eyes will fool you too. Don't let your eyes deceive you, man. Don't let that happen to you. But yes, it is a hype machine around Caleb Williams. This is an entertainment business. And when you go to the NFL, who will sell more? Who is a hotter name? Where is he coming from? So there and so on. My dog just broke down the numbers to you. There ain't no difference between the two. He
Same
broke down the
quarterback.
strengths, the weaknesses, and he even pulled out the numbers for the guys who like numbers. And you can say men lie, women lie, but numbers, goddamn it, they don't lie.
And guess what else? And guess what else, Chuck? Guess what else? In their respective recruiting classes, Justin Fields was number two behind Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams, because of a reclassification by Quinn Ewers, he got bumped down from number one to number two.
Let's
The
go.
only the only difference, the only real difference is Caleb Williams is 6'1" and Justin Fields is 6'3".
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Justin Fields is I mean, but look, all I'm saying is I look, the numbers match up and everything. Your eyes tell you a little bit different, but I like Justin Fields' game better. Period. I just like the way Justin Fields he has more NFL experience at this point, and that matters. That matters. I don't care whether he won or he lost. He's been in the NFL. He knows what it takes now. You put Justin Fields put him. He don't even got to be in Pittsburgh. I want him to go to Pittsburgh so bad because I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. But you could put him on Raiders. You could put him on the Cowboys. You could put him almost damn near anywhere else in the NFL right now. And I can guarantee you that that team becomes a way dangerous team than they were previous with him in there. Imagine Justin Fields down in Miami playing for the Dolphins right now. Woo!
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. Don't
I'm
hey
just saying.
don't say that, man, because that'll be scary. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. I'm just look, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like he's a bad man. He
Yeah, he
is,
is.
and I'm not,
Yeah.
we're not saying that these guys are bad, but what we're saying is Merril Hoge wanted to say that Caleb Williams he was the one that saying he was horrible. Me and Shad is saying, how could you say this when you ain't did his research? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Merrill didn't do all his research. You know what I'm saying? And Shad went ahead, me and Shad went ahead and brought them numbers out and said, look at here, they are the same. But we're
Same
not saying
person.
they're bad. We're not saying they're bad. We're just saying that
No,
they're the same.
no,
That's all.
that's same guy.
That's it.
Same
No
guy.
different. He said, I need both. What did he say? I need both of y'all to be the GM for the Bears. What are you gonna do? If I'm the GM for the Bears, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm keeping Fields there. I am trying to hire the best offensive coordinator possible, the best coaching staff possible, because I think that Justin Fields, it could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You miss on Caleb Williams, go ahead, but he got the NFL experience, and Justin Fields is still young. He hasn't taken any significant injuries in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So yes, let him play. What now? You go ahead. You answer the question, Shad. What you think? If you the GM
Oh,
for the
oh,
Bears, what you
we already did our mock draft. We taking
right,
Marvin Harrison. So
right, right. That's it.
we
That's it.
we ain't gotta dwell in it too far.
Right. That's it.
But yeah,
That's it.
what we got
Next
next?
one. We on this
Michigan.
Michigan. Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale from the Giants was hired to be the defensive coordinator out at Michigan. Now we all know that there's been a lot of now you funny Kane, but there's been a lot of smoke about DCs lately, and we'll get into some other stuff here. And there's been things going on with the carousel of the coaches in college, moving back and forth, some college taking other jobs and so forth and so on. Now, but with this hire, man, I had to go and do my homework. I said, bro, let me go and do my homework on this one right here. So when you get to look at Wink Martindale, he has a very, very extensive background, right? We know that his coaching background ain't nothing to be played with, right? We know that. Wink Martindale, the truth, man. Like, let me hold on. I'm sorry, people. My homework, my homework folder just folded on me. My homework folder folded on me because I'm bad, man. I'm so bad. I bullshit you not saying. Hey, but look. But anyway, Wink Martindale is we know he's a great coach. To me, and right now, just off top, and I'm gonna get my notes. I'm gonna get my notes. I'm gonna let Shaq go into it. But what had happened is he brought that defense. He started that new Baltimore's defense. You know what I'm saying? And that right there goes for a lot. Now, I'm I'm always on this tip where what have you done lately? You know what I'm saying? And the Giants fucking sucked. They just did. It's a fact. The Giants sucked. One of the worst defenses. But he has been a defensive coordinator at the NFL level. He has been a defensive coordinator going up to Michigan and what they already have up there and what they have built up there. I do think that this will be a solid hire, but like, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to get my notes. And once I get my notes, I'm going to let Shad go ahead and I'm going to let you take over for a minute, Shad, while I get my notes pulled back up here.
Yeah. So, like you said, we're in the game of what have you done for me lately. So, what Wink Martindale has done lately as a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants, he took over in 2022. They were ranked 18th in the NFL. Last year, well, this particular year, they ended up 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go back to his Baltimore Raven tenure, and I know there's some Raven fans that probably will watch this rebroadcast. He took over in 2018. They had the number one ranked defense. 2019, it went to fourth. 2020, it went to seventh. In 2021, before he went to the New York Giants, it sunk all the way down to 25th. Now, it could have
Mm-hmm.
been some injuries, could have been some other things, but what Wink Martindale has shown over the last 3 years is maybe this blitz heavy package that you run is not maybe the best.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go back to Michigan, one of the things that Michigan did when they brought Don Brown in, Don Brown was a very blitz heavy defensive coordinator. It was able to yield some success early on, then it eventually started to get
That's
picked
it.
off. Now, this is the funny thing about all of this trucking.
Mm-hmm.
Wink Martindale's defense was said to be confusing to NFL players.
Say it again. Say it again.
If your defense is confusing to NFL players who have all day to study, to go to team meetings and all of these particular different things, how do you incorporate this into a collegiate game? Now, somebody
Okay.
may say, well, hey, look, Wink Martindale helped develop Mike McDaniel. He helped develop Jesse Minter. Well, guess what? Jesse Minter and Mike McDaniel are not 60 years old. Those two guys were able to take what Wink taught them, and then they were able to build their own particular defenses that have helped Michigan. Now, I don't blame um, Sharon Moore for going to the Harbaugh well because it has yielded great fruit for them. So I don't blame him for that. But what I'll say about this trucking in closing, at least from my particular perspective, what I got written down, maybe he helps develop a successor for him, and maybe he can maybe transition into maybe an off the field type of consultant type of person if he does indeed plan to stay at the collegiate level, because he hasn't been a collegiate football coach since 2003, and that was at Western Kentucky.
Right. So I got that. So that's good. See, now, and see, so in my notes, see, you touched on that. It was confusing. However, it was confusing to the NFL players. However, like you said, the blitz heavy, it was blitz heavy. And that's where my notes have taken me, right? Michigan have you seen the way they played last year, right? We seen the way Michigan went at it last year, heavy in the trenches. They had their blitzing was good and it was okay. Now it was confusing to the NFL players, and the reason why I think that that's a solid hire there is because of the personnel that Michigan has already up there. Like people think that Michigan is already done. No, they're not. I live up this way. I see a lot of people that follow the team heavy and so forth and so on. So this was like not that hard of a subject to actually go and do my homework on. The personnel that they have up there right now is ready and prime for this Martindale's defense. Now, that being confusing, I don't know if that's going to happen because he's going it's almost one of those hires where you say it's like a bridge coach. It's a bridge coach type deal. It's like just how you said it's going in there to teach his philosophy to another coach, and I don't think he's going to stick around there long. He's an NFL guy. There's so many rules that's in the NCAA right now, and he's going to pick up and he's going to go after this year. He's coming in there, like you said, bro. And that's what I got in my shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Sitting right here. I wish I could pan down and show y'all my laptop. But yeah, it's the same difference like that. Like he's just coming in to show another coach the ropes real quick, do his thing for 1 year, show everybody what he can do and how simple it really can be because the he tries to confuse the offense with the way that he runs his blitzes, and the guys, the personnel have to be at in spots, and it can be complex. Now I can go into breaking down the 9 techniques and the 3 techniques, the 4 techniques, and the 5s and 6s and all of that. But look, I'll save that for another time for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And but that's where it gets confusing to these guys at. Why? I don't know because they should know this stuff before they're out of high school. You know what I'm saying? They should definitely know this going into college. And but I think that it was solid because of the personnel that Michigan has and the type of defense that he likes to run. You got anything else you want to add on this, bro?
No, I mean, I can understand it from a pure personnel standpoint. So yeah, and yeah, I can see that because he's only been at the Giants for 2 years, and they've made some moves, some good moves, some bad moves. So
Mm-hmm.
it's quite possible. Yeah, you could be right that the Giants couldn't have, may have didn't have the personnel, and then obviously you draft. It's not like college football where you can just
Mm-hmm.
kind of go transfer portal and get the guys that you need. In the
Right.
NFL, you have to strategically do that. So,
Mm-hmm.
without just knowing the defensive coordinator that they had before they hired Wink Martindale, I can agree with that.
Right.
So, like you say, the confusing aspect of it could be, just a difference. A difference in of just the bodies and personnel that you have, and guys being asked to do things that
Yeah.
maybe they've never done before. So I
Right.
can understand that aspect.
Right. I mean, let's be honest, man. Not a lot of these guys get there to NFL off of pure talent, dog. You know what I'm saying? They get there off of pure talent. Like some of these guys, they get at me, people like me and you for not thinking, assuming that we don't understand what a wide 9 technique is or a 9 technique is. You know what I'm saying? Assuming that we don't know what that is, right? And things of that sort and that nature, right? And shit, some of the guys that play in the NFL obviously don't know it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, Chuck, and not to cut you off. I mean, we just had a defensive end drafted from the Miami Hurricanes to the Dolphins, and he said he didn't even know what cover three was. So
sheesh. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, you know what I mean? You should know some of these things. So they can't. With that being said, any pros or coaches that's out there listening today that want to say that we don't know our hey, check it out. There's people in the NFL that don't know what this is. So we're moving on though. Anybody got anything they want to add on before we get going? Let's go. Salute, 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 salutes. Hey, Ellen in the building. Ellen in the building. Kane's in the building. What's up with y'all? What's up with everybody? I hope that everybody is feeling great. Y'all kick back. You got your lemonade. You're rolling up your whatever you want tos and whatever else and kicking back and listening to the soothing sounds of Trubby and Shed right now. So we'll keep it moving. All right. We're gonna keep it moving on the next topic. What we got up here, dog?
uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Um, so Shador has some comments.
Okay,
Warren
boy.
Sapp was hired, and
Oh
Livingston
boy.
was hired.
A
Um,
lot going on.
a lot going on, right? Yeah, a lot going on. Now, some people was jumping on him for saying that he was the best quarterback in the draft. He don't see any other quarterback that's better than him that's going to be going to next year's draft. Also, he's mentioned that, and he also mentioned that the offense that was ran last year was not his style. The offense that ran last year was not his style. So we'll go in order on this picture. First, we'll do a Shador, both me and you, and then we'll hit on Warren Sapp hire, and then we'll hit on a Livingston hire just last. Now I already done that, but whatever. I now with Shador, right? Eh, Simply put, he said by saying first of all, you're the best quarterback that is going to be drafted next year, but then also saying that the offense that was there last year that Sean Lewis was running, was not your style. That's not what good quarterbacks do. Good quarterbacks don't say things like that. You know what I mean? And that's just, hey, look, that's just that my it's my opinion, just how everybody else got one out here. Okay. Now you could be in any offense that you want to be in, right? And a good quarterback is going to put up good numbers regardless, right? No matter what offense you're in and how it's set or whatever else, right? Essentially, to even say that it wasn't your style is kind of BS, right? Because Pat Schumer did not implement his offense last year. He picked up on Sean Lewis's offense and just ran Sean Lewis's offense for the rest of the year. He did not run any different. So, with that being said, like, that's kind of crazy. Where you getting on this, man? Where you getting at on that, Shad? Where you jump in on here, this dog? Jump in on this, dog.
I'll say this. I like Shador,
I
right?
do.
I was able to watch Shador, closely at Jackson State, and obviously it was lesser talent from a just there was more. He was surrounded by more talent at Jackson State than some other teams that he played. But the one thing that I did see about Shador is he throws with anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
He has the over the top release, so not many passes are getting batted down, and that's good because he's not the ideal height. So, kind of looking at what we have right now
Mm-hmm.
of quarterbacks that are eligible for the draft next year, Shador very well could be the number one quarterback taken. So, I don't really have a problem with that.
Right.
Now, what is bothering me is this: your father is the head football coach. Your father hired Sean Lewis. Now, your father has been coaching you since you were a pup. He was actually your offensive coordinator in high school. He
Mm-hmm.
knows he knows what type of offense you can thrive in.
Uh-huh.
Hired the offensive coordinator at Jackson State, fired the offensive coordinator at Jackson State, and
Right.
then turned around and got another one. So for him to get on this particular stage and say that Sean Lewis did not run a scheme that he felt like fit him, I'm calling cap.
Cap, bruh. That's all I'm. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Like, that's that's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying too. Like, you know what I mean? Now, if your confidence is saying you're gonna be the best quarterback, you supposed to have that attitude, right? But this come out and say that the scheme don't fit you. Come on, man. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Like, and a bad critique about Shador is he holds the ball way too damn long. When his read isn't there, he gets kind of flustered, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. He held the ball a lot of the times, way too damn long. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to let it go. But he got all the weapons there. You know what I'm saying? He got all the weapons there that he needs to succeed uh for this year. It may happen. He may be one of the best quarterbacks. But now by coming out and saying that there's going to be a big target on Colorado's back. They already had that, but now he just poured gasoline on the fire. Now you know what I'm saying. And for as many people that want to play for Coach Prime, you also got to remember that there's a lot of other people that would rather play against him. And we just gonna move off this topic, and we're gonna leave it at that because we already killed. Unless you have something else to say, go out. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, but Chuckin, if you're telling me that the head coach, which is also your father, hired an offensive coordinator that ran a system that does not fit you, you're also taking a shot at your father
That's a fact.
and saying that your father does not know what type of offense fits you, even though he's been coaching you since since you was a shorty.
Excuses.
So
Say
what are we
it.
talking about here?
It was just excuses. I mean,
What are we
let's
talking
call it
about?
what it is. Simply put, it was just excuses to say that. Now, you know what I'm saying? It was just an excuse to a scapegoat to say whatever you needed to say about Sean Lewis. He was a damn great offensive mind at a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? He was in the whack ass MAC and had the best offense in the damn NCAA in the MAC. In the MAC. They don't have half the talent that is out here in P5 in the MAC. You know what I'm saying? And he had the best damn offense. And they knew what they were hiring. He knew he was hiring. Um, he just did not perform well in that offense. He just didn't. He said that he couldn't make play calls. He couldn't make the reads. It was the reads of the coaches. Well, you got to scan the field and hit the open man. You just ain't fucking just. You know what I mean? But look, man, we could stay on this. We could stay on it all you want to. But look, he just made an excuse, Shad. That's all he did, bro. He came out with the excuse and said that. That's it. That's to me. And look, it's there. It's the proof is in the pudding, bro. You did it to yourself. We ain't did nothing but exposed it. We ain't even expose it. We just talking about it. We read between the lines and we brought it out. That's what we did. That's what we did here. Now, Warren Sapp being at Colorado. We all know what happened with Warren Sapp. We all know this, right? We all know that there was an organization that against domestic violence that did not want Warren Sapp at the University of Colorado. This is not me coming up here making things up. This is actually in a lot of articles around. Some well-known sports writers have written about this already that they did not want Warren Sapp there. Um, Now, me personally, I do believe that it was. I like Warren Sapp there. I like Warren Sapp there. But there's so much other things. But I'm gonna let Shad go ahead and take this one first, and then I'll follow up on you, bro.
I see. I mean, he's going to be there as a graduate assistant role. So I think that that gives him somewhat of a introduction to college football, coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what I looked up, what a graduate assistant does, he's going to help organize practice, keep players' record, travel to games, and
And
I
much
mean,
more behind the scene,
yeah, he's gonna get to work with the guys,
right?
in practice. There's ways that they work around these type of things like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll bode well, for Sap, and it will give him, like I said, a taste of what it's like to be a collegiate coach in this NIL era, and he will get to figure out from the graduate assistant standpoint whether or not he wants to put up, you know, with this, you
Mm.
know,
Right.
and not to change the subject. I know we don't have this written down, but the reason I'm really harping on that is based on what the head coach for Maryland just came out and said that after a game, the third string running back came to him and said, "Hey, look, I need 100K to stay."
Mm.
So
Mm.
how so
Mm.
Warren Sapp is a no nonsense type of guy. We're in a kind of a sensitive type of era. So I can only imagine if a defensive end or a defensive tackle, which is Warren Sapp's position, comes up to comes to tell the coach, "Hey, look, you third string. Hey, I need 75K. Or I'm gonna transfer." I could only imagine what Warren Sapp would tell that young man,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, so a graduate assistant is a graduate. A graduate assistant is a salaried student opportunity for graduate students. Okay, all right, that's what that is. A graduate assistantship is a salaried student employment opportunity for graduate students. Okay, that's what that is. A analyst does something, some of the same things, right? Correct. Now, could he came in as that role? See, what happened was they already said that Sap was coming. Dion already said Sap was coming. He told multiple news outlets he's coming, right?
Yeah.
He had to get him in the door some kind of way. We knew that we knew that Sap was going to have to they was going to have to work him in some kind of way. This is particularly the only role that he can come in and settle into the school, was giving him the role of that, okay? The graduate assistant role. Now, an analyst role would it had him more of like what Phil Loholt was doing down at Oklahoma University. He was more hands-on with the players, able to, you know what I mean, evaluate them and work with the players. Sat with his charges and everything to the public, let's give that air quotes, they don't want him particularly messing with the players. Okay. And with all the NIL deals that's out there. You got all the NIL deals that's out there, all these major companies that's dealing with Colorado, and then just the brands that are tied to the university. That's not so much of a good look. But how can you get him in there? You got to sneak a title on there. And so that's where that sneaky title came in there to get him in the door, to give him a position. Okay. Just like said, he set up practice. It's a less role than an analyst for Kane. I believe I'm answering a question for Cuban Kane. He asked what was the difference, and that's the difference between the two. Okay, now where where I'm going with this is kind of different because he him being there and with all the brands and the charges that has been brought upon him, right? I like the hire. I do. I like Warren Sapp. I really do. I love this game. He was an idol, man, when I played on the D line back when I was younger, so forth and so on. But you got to pay attention to the brands and everything that's around that. It's not going to be a good look. Now, what's going to happen? What just happened is that just put a lot more pressure on Coach Prime. Believe it or not, y'all, a lot more. You know why? You know why I did, and I'm finna tell y'all why. And you could agree with me or not on this one, Shad. But now Rick George had to pull some strings to get Sapp up in that door. They had to find the title to get that man, right? Just like I just explained. Rick George pulled some strings. So now Rick George is like, we better win. Because there was a whole organization, not just one person, a whole organization of people that did not want to tie. And these brands don't want their name tied to that neither. Let's just be honest. They don't. They don't, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, when Rick Ross came up with the line, I put the thing all up in their drink. She ain't even you know what I'm saying? He lost a deal, right? He just said words. And Warren Sapp has actually had these brought upon him. So these brands don't want to be tied to this kind of activity in the first place, right? Rick George pulled strings to get him in the door. It's winter now for him. It just puts so much more pressure on that team to win now because now you got Sapp in the door. And I know a lot of people might not want to hear that out in Colorado, but the facts are the facts. You know, now if you're the athletic director at any school and you bring in somebody like that for your head coach, what are you telling them, Shad?
We're about winning.
It's about winning. It's about the W's, and that's exactly what they doing right now. That's exactly what they doing right now. Exactly. It's about the W's, and they are taking chances. And Rick George has done so much for him, but there's no tolerance now. There's no tolerance. They better get a bowl game this year, or they better or no, fuck a bowl game. They better go to the college football playoff this year. But yes, I agree too. I agree with that too. Winning does solve everything, but that's what it is right now, and they have to win. Period. There is nothing else but to win now. Nothing else but it. Now we're gonna move on with the Sean Livingston. I'm sorry, Robert Livingston. I don't know why I want to keep saying Sean because basketball, you know what I mean. But but Robert Livingston, the hire. I'm gonna let you take that first because I already went on my rant, but I'll retouch on it. But go ahead.
No, no, you go, cause I don't I don't have much to say. So maybe,
All right.
maybe
Well, I
something you can say or give me something to kind of piggyback
counter
off
off.
of.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, look, man. You know, there's a lot of hype around the hire, man. People. The depth on the roster in terms of top level talent to compete in the college football playoff right now. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. What Shad has nothing to say. Nah, it's not that Shad don't have nothing to say. He just it's just one of these things, right? Where it's just flat out plain and simple. See, me and Shad is realistic guys. We look at things logically and we look at things realistically, and we look at it. What have you done for me lately? He just came from the Bengals. He's never been a defensive coordinator. He's never been a defensive coordinator. Not once ever, ever. He's always been a positions coach, and he was a positions coach to teams that were not that good, right? Now, yeah, people argue he had a Jesse Bates. He had this. Okay, they were pure talent. They were talented in high school. They were talented in the pros. They're talented. He didn't. They need more correction than coaching. You know what I'm saying? But with it all being said and done, it's just to me, to me honestly, I didn't think that was a good hire, and the reason of being is it took too long to get him in the door. I think somebody, I don't think that was a likable destination for anybody, any coaches out there. I think it had to do with the NCAA and all the things that's going on with it, the rules and all the NILs and all this and that. That's turning people away from the college, and also the things that went on with the coaches last year. I don't think in the coaching world, if I'm a coach in the coaching world and seeing coaches done the way they were done, disrespectful and so forth and so on, I think that wasn't a destination for anybody. He should have been here. The Bengal season was over when, y'all? In December. Let's just be real. Like, let's just be real. He could have been here. He could have been up there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just time wasted. And just time that he don't have. And being a first time defensive coordinator, he probably running around up there with his chicken, with it like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to figure things out. But that's all I got to say. I had to touch on it again, but that's all I got to say. Man, what you got to say, bro?
My goodness. The man has never coached in college. You've been a defensive.
Hold
Listen,
on,
listen.
hold on. He did at Furman. He was a Division II coach. That's what they'll say. They'll tell you that he was up at Furman College.
I got. Hey, listen. I got $25
Thank
for
you.
anyone that can tell me where Furman
Thank
is
you.
located without using Google, and I'll leave it at that. But you know what? I'm gonna be objective. Let's be objective,
Go
right?
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
not I'm not a
Please.
Buffalo. I'm obviously I'm not a Colorado fan. I'm a college football fan. I'll
Mm-hmm.
say this. This is a high risk, high reward type of situation, right?
Okay. Yep.
Deion Sanders, great defensive back, greatest cornerback of all time, right? NFL Hall of Famer, all that good stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you make a hire like this, you're getting a younger guy. I just have to question, why do you leave the Cincinnati Bengals? Why do you
Mm-hmm.
leave the Cincinnati Bengals? Now,
Mm. Mm.
Al Golden,
Mm.
which all Miami Hurricane fans know, Al Golden was the linebacker coach for the Bengals. He left and he went and got the defensive coordinator job at Notre Dame, and they've been doing, very well over there. Al
Mm-hmm.
Golden is a guy who has a lot of knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the objectivity in me will say that Robert Livingston has picked up some things from Al Golden, from the Bengals' current defensive coordinator, that maybe he will be able to do some things in Boulder, Colorado.
Okay.
Now, the question then again becomes, you got to make sure your defensive, if Colorado can solidify a defensive line, they can get a pass rush, they can handle the run. Robert Livingston will do fine,
Okay.
because one thing about college football that differs from NFL is, if you have a talent advantage, if you have some special individuals up front or
Mm-hmm.
some guys that have the technique to do some things,
Mm-hmm.
you'll look fine.
Right.
He's a secondary coach, so I think he'll clean some of those things up. Again, you can look at the highlights. You get to coach the likes of a Travis Hunter. You get to coach Shiloh. Again, I don't have the Buffalo's roster right in
Imani
front of me.
McClain,
Kamani McLean. So
Trevor Woods,
yeah, so you're
Solomon,
getting you're
Cameron
getting
Solomon.
some,
Yeah.
yeah, you're getting some older guys. Um, who understand college. So it could be, Like I said, all I
But
wrote down
is it
was
more
his high
coaching
risk, high
dog?
reward.
But is it coaching dog or is it correcting dog? Like which one is it? Is it coaching or correcting? And what is he doing there? When you got somebody like a Travis Hunter, let's be real, you're not coaching that man. You correcting him. You know what I mean? With
Well,
and with
you got
Barry Lee,
you got to coach the rest of them.
you know what I mean? Right? He do. And also he has to coach, like he has to coach the coaches and so forth and so on. And I don't think a lot of
Exactly.
people understand what that takes to be a defensive coordinator. It's hard to do. There's a lot of defensive rooms that he has to go in and deal with. The defensive end room, the linebacker room, the cornerback room, the safety room, the defensive lineman room. Like these is all he has to be able to deal with all five of those coaches, maybe more. You know what I mean? To teach them all the schemes and the defenses that he'll run. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and it's going to be tough because he's never done it before. And not only that, but he's also going to have to call plays against experienced coaches in college football. And
Well, Chuck, and this is what I will say, right? And
okay,
this is one of the things that people make mention of. And I think that's one of the things, not to go back to the Michigan subject, but that was one of the big
I
things that
agree.
people said that made Michigan defense very good, is the fact that you have guys that are calling NFL coverages and plays against college kids.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like I said, I'm trying to be objective.
I
Again,
like it. I like it.
I'm not gonna say it's a slam dunk, but
Yeah,
I do know that that particular
I feel
thing
you.
is there
I,
because in the NFL it's about trying to get guys open
yeah.
against equal talent, whereas college football is about, again, if I got a talented guy, he can wreck the whole game for you. So
And I feel you, dog. I feel you on that, dog. You know what I'm saying? See, and that's the only point that I had was that just nobody wanted to beat her. That's really what I was really getting into with it, with everything. Nobody wanted to be up there.
I'm not
And
touching that.
that's what I think. And I mean, he should have been there. He just should have been there. You know what I mean? Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of Canes fan that's on here right now. Didn't y'all just experience something like similar to this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Recently, not too long ago. Haven't
Hey,
y'all
no,
experienced something like this?
hey, you know what, trucking? Hey, chill out though. Chill out. Chill out though. For real, chill out
Uh,
though.
think y'all just experienced something like that, dog.
Chill out,
But we ain't
chill
gonna
out.
talk about it, man. We ain't gonna talk about it, man. We leave it alone, man. We leave it alone. We'll leave it alone, dog. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Anyway, moving on to the next
Oh,
one up here.
third
Chip,
man hand rub time, baby.
Chip Kelly moving around. He's been with the Oregon Ducks. Then he said, I'm going to the NFL. I went to the Eagles. Then he went to the 49ers. Then he went to the UCLA Bruins. Now he's with the Ohio State Buckeyes. So what you thinking, man? Like, now, first off, what you thinking, bro? What you thinking, man? Me myself, okay. I'm gonna jump up on this now. Chip Kelly, right? He had Chip Kelly has not had successful seasons. His last season was successful, right? We know this, right? Oregon Ducks, he killed it. It's easy to go back to the Oregon history and say that he killed it. He knew what he was doing. He picked up on that, went hit the ground running. He came in the NFL. He put a new offense there that the NFL hasn't seen. A lot of people are saying college, you couldn't run a college offense in the NFL. Well, he proved people wrong up there in Philly, trying to run a two-quarterback system. Then he got up out of there. He went to 49ers. When he was with the 49ers, it just didn't, some things just didn't work out there. A horrible record. He did, so he said, oh, it didn't work. Went to college level, struggled his first couple of years, but he wound up getting it together. Now, this is his words, not mine. College football just isn't the same. He doesn't have the energy to be a head coach, do all the recruiting and everything that it takes. So he decides to move on and become an offensive coordinator again up at the Ohio State for the Buckeyes. Me, I think that. this was solid for him to do so, knowing that it is an easier task to be a coordinator rather than a head coach, and to join a staff at a at let's just call it what it is, a prestigious university such as Ohio State. They are prestigious in the Big Ten. They are a big school. They have everything up there. NFL ready cats, a great atmosphere up there. And for him to go up there and become the offensive coordinator, I think that that was a solid hire for them. Now, but I mean, look, don't get me twisted when I say this. Now, he, I don't know if his play style is going to fit the Big Ten though. You know what I'm saying? Like he liked to run. But I will say this though. I will say this. They do got more than one quarterback up there in Ohio State, and he does like working and having his backup quarterback ready. But there's going to be some challenges up there in the Big Ten. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let you take that from there, bro. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Man, I think this is a monumental hire. I think this is a better hire than Bill O'Brien. I think this is hand in glove. Chip Kelly. Obviously, his UCLA tenure will not be remembered the same way his Oregon tenure was, but here are just a couple of things. He was there for 5 years. 3 out of the 5 years, he had a 1,000-yard rusher. You're going up there with Trayvon Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins, probably the best running back tandem in the entire country, right?
Okay.
So you got that. The Ohio State quarterback room has quarterbacks that fit Chip Kelly, what he wants to do, dating all the way back to when he was the offensive coordinator, when they had Dennis Dixon, um, Jeremiah Musoli, some of those particular guys. The thing about this though is that I know Chip Kelly is going to want to incorporate some type of QB run because looking at DTR, which ended up getting drafted by the Cleveland Browns, one
That's what I
thing
was
that
saying,
he,
bro.
one thing that he did under Chip Kelly's tutelage, he improved his throwing accuracy every single year. That's big. That's something that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's a great hire. I really, really do. I still think that Oregon style of offense, I still think it can be effective. From an Ohio State perspective, I think this is similar to the offense that they had when Tom Herman was there. The offense that was that they relied on Zeke Elliott to finish out the year. I think
Yeah.
they have good enough quarterback play. I think the defense that they're returning, I think it's going to be one of the best defenses in the country. And I just think that this offense is going to be fantastic because I think what's going to happen is that they're going to be able to run the football. And I think
Facts.
that whether it's Will Howard, whether it's Devin Brown, whether it's Lincoln Holtz, or even if it's Aaron Nolan or Julian Sayin, Chip Kelly will have a quarterback ready to deliver the ball to the weapons on the outside. And the offense is going to start with the run, and they're going to branch out from there. Similar, again, to how I feel like Tom Herman ran that offense when they won that national championship.
Well said, brother. Well said. Now, that was my concern. The quarterback run. When you said that's my concern, and that's why I went with the solid hire, bro. It's because of that quarterback run in the Big Ten. Like their running game, we know they're gonna be able to run the ball. They got their backs to do that, right? Just like we know that. That's a fact. That quarterback run though, I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if that's it's that if that fits it. Now he could bring a whole new style to the Big Ten. Now he done it in the NFL. He did it before. You know what I'm saying? There was people that was like me before, all like I don't know if his offense is gonna fit the NFL. He came in the Eagles and it worked. All right. So we know that he can prove it wrong. That's just a concern. That's why I said it was solid, and I didn't go and say that it was spectacular, such as itself. But
I love
look,
it.
I like it. I like the hire too. I think it's a solid hire. I do. I think it's a solid hire up there, and taking that
I
and
got
more
A plus
so just
plus.
a
A plus.
and giving it like you said you gave it a what now?
A plus plus plus
A
plus.
plus 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 plus. I like it, man, because the in the humility of it too. You know what I'm saying? Him being able to humble himself and say, "Look, man, I'm not gonna." You know what I'm saying, sit here and act like I could run this college football thing, you know what I'm saying, from a head coach point of view. I'm gonna take a step back, go join an amazing staff, go and get with them guys up there at Ohio State, man, and we gonna run this thing and win championships. And that's what it takes, man, for people to be able to humble themselves, come together and build something great. You know what I'm saying? Such as and look, and I'm gonna use it, such as myself and you. You know what I'm saying? Humbling it, being able to humble each other, you know what I'm saying, and say, look, man, we could work together and build something fantastic out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what is done there, man. So therefore, I like that hire even more. And you always convince me even more, dog, man. You always do, man. You got a way of doing that. You got me liking Syracuse right now, bro. You got me really thinking about Syracuse right now. I know it's off, bro, but you got me really thinking about Syracuse now. Like ever since I'm sitting there, like I'm last week, I'm like, man, I'm like, and I kind of like that navy blue and orange together. That's cold. That's a cold
That's a
color
cold
together.
combo.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when I throw on my butters, we got the butter Tims, you know what I'm saying? The butter Tims. You throw on your butter Tims with that blue and that orange, that shit cold, man. You can't lie, dog. That shit cold, bro. That shit cold. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but look, man, look. And I really been doing some digging on them, man. And look, man, look, bro. That might have been your most fires take. I'm a clip that. I got to go to last week's show and clip that because that was your most fire take. Well, you guys got fire takes. Let me lay down. Let me lay that down. But that right there, though, yeah, that was the truth, though. That was the truth. Because I
Yeah.
think a lot of people out there might be sleeping on Syracuse and they might be primed to really do some damage, bro. Like how you said, bro. I believe it too, bro. I know you got me believing that shit. Kyle McCord up there and they got them SEC guys and they got the right positions too. They didn't just go and grab anybody. They knew what they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? They knew who the hell
Yeah.
they was looking for. You dig?
Yeah.
Yeah, they dig.
But yeah, but like I said, before we get off this, I like that last point that you made, right? He was humble enough to say that, look, I don't want to deal with all this. And I think that's been Chip Kelly's MO from the beginning. I think when you go back to his tenure at the University of Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
it was stated he didn't like dealing with the boosters, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Oregon is a unique situation where you're only dealing with Field Knight for the most part.
Right.
Him and
Right.
Field had a great relationship. Now you go to a UCLA, it's multiple Field Knights, not maybe in net worth, but we're just talking about people that you need to speak to. So I
Right.
think I wrote down that he could potentially parlay this into an NFL gig, but the more I kind of think about it, I think Chip Kelly, he may actually like being here or being there at Ohio State. And I think he
Mm-hmm.
may actually want to be there for as long as Ryan Day will want to be there. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
going to be the X factor. I don't think Chip Kelly, I know he may want to get back to the NFL. Maybe he does, but I think Chip is the quintessential college coach, and I think he's a guy that probably seeks most comfort
Yep.
and probably helping develop young men. So I
Facts.
that's why I love to hire. Yeah.
Facts, bro. Facts. Facts. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. Smooth with it. Smooth with it. That next one, man. Anybody got anything out to say? I like that. I like the fact that people just like to vibe and listen. That mean that we be on point with what we talking about. Me, anyhow. Now look, I know this is kind of different here. What we got put up on the screen, right? Another topic, right? Going on in college football. For those who may not know, the Tennessee Vols have now have the state of Tennessee and the Tennessee Vols is going against the NCAA for just simply put rules violations for the NIL. Now I can pull up the article. I think I will just do that and I'll just read the article rather than Now y'all got to work with me now. I'll read the article. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up real quick. All right. Can you see it? Can you see it, bro?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Okay. So Tennessee's lawsuit against NCAA opens public fight over rules enforcement. Politicians forcefully spoke out against the volunteers' potential NIL violations and added to the litany of legal fights against college sports governing body. All right, that's just simply put, and we'll just leave it there for right now. All right, just simply put, that's what it is. Now if you want me to read the whole thing, I can read the whole thing now, but you know what I mean. I don't think I need to. Just simply put, that's just where we're going with this. They're going against them in the governing body because of the violations. Okay. Now, simply to me, man, look, this is just business 101, dog. Business 101. You heard me?
Yeah,
It leads right up into contracts. It's already there. They're fighting against them talking about they don't want you to be able to sign contracts for the NIL, correct? I'm correct, right? Correct, bro, right? Right? That's pretty much what this is leading into. They don't want you to be able to, they don't want colleges to be able to entice players with the
yeah,
NIL deals. Like you can't know that you already have a NIL deal set for you at Tennessee. You can't have an NIL deal set for you at South Carolina. But the difference is that there's no different than you're going to go take a job. You out there, let's just say you're out there looking for a job. You filling out multiple applications. Multiple jobs are calling you back. Well, how much are you going to pay me? How much is this one going to pay me? What's the pros and cons for this job? What's the pros and cons for that job? It's no different, right?
yeah,
That's what this is equivalent to. And they're saying that players are not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to get bid and see what's going on. And you can't have any, like I said, contract agreements. Now, why do I go back into talking about the contracts once again? Because they're already here, and the NCAA is trying to stop that from happening. So, which is going to make the colleges and universities want to do this even more. It's already been around, low key. Now, but this particular thing has not been handled out in the public as much as it is. We normally don't see this, but this is affecting other sports as well. This just ain't football. This is the whole university and all of its sports and all of the players that are able to get NIL deals and not get able to get NIL deals. It's affecting everybody. And that's and that in my notes, excuse me, but in my notes, that's exactly what I put down was that it's just good business. This is just good business. Once again, closing out, and I'll pass it to you. Basic 101 is the contract. You had to be there because what is it? And what's the definition of a contract? We all know it's a binding agreement between two individuals, and that's just simply said. It's here. The NCAA is trying to stop a lot of the NIL deals going on. They're giving rules violations and saying you can give somebody a brand new Ferrari, but you can't buy them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that. Crazy shit. You feel me? So
yeah.
it's just weird, bro. And that's what it's gonna come down to, believe it or not. And I'm gonna pull it out again. I'm gonna go back in my archives. I'm gonna pull up my video again and say I told y'all so. Contracts is how you're gonna have to go forward to dealing with this. And or somehow they're gonna have to start forming up their own leagues because I don't think that they're on the same page right now. Where you going with this, bro?
I mean, what Tennessee is arguing is that the NCAA is going against the Sherman Antitrust Act,
Right.
and the Sherman Antitrust Act was created in 1890,
Uh-huh.
and the reasoning for it was supposed to prevent businesses from creating monopolies. Now, obviously, we understand the NCAA is a monopoly.
Exactly.
What Tennessee is arguing is that the NCAA is trying to operate in a manner that does not reflect the overall landscape of what goes on outside of the NCAA. So this is what I
Right.
got wrote down, right?
Kill it.
Um, Tennessee is arguing that the current landscape should be a free market and competition shouldn't be stifled. Athletes should know what their true value is for their services, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what a free market is, right? If someone's willing to pay Nico whatever Tennessee paid them, then they should have that right to pay them that. Now, what
Exactly.
the NCAA is trying to obviously argue is that initially, one of the biggest rules that they provided with the NIL, which is one of the few rules, is
Hmm.
that you cannot utilize NIL to entice a player to come to a particular school.
Right.
Now, what Tennessee is going to have to, in my opinion, what they're going to have to be able to prove in court if it makes it there, because I don't want to make this political, but it's a lot of other important issues going
Take it where
on.
you need to take it, bro.
Nah, nah, I don't have to. No, I don't have to take it there. I could
Okay.
just leave it right here. It's a
All
lot
right.
of other more important things going on than trying to figure out whether or not the university enticed a player by dangling what $10 million in his face. So,
Hmm.
um, but at the end of the day, if Nico went to Knoxville, Tennessee,
Hmm.
and there were individuals there, collectives there, and they indicated that, hey, look, we're going to give you this amount of money, then it shouldn't be an issue
It
because
should.
it's not a direct payment from the school.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
They're just businesses in Knoxville,
Come on,
right?
man.
So um so at the end of the day, I agree with you in terms of this is going to have to turn into a, but someone will say that the scholarship is a contract.
I mean that it is. It is pretty much. It is pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? It really is. It could because the definition. Let's just say it is. It is because a contract is a binding agreement between two individuals or two entities. That's all it is. Period. An entity and an entity signing something in an agreement. It's a contract. And that, you know what I'm saying? It is. It is what it is. But yes, I just think that it's already here, man. It's already here. It's already going on, and it's affecting schools now. And once it starts affecting schools and their growth, and you know what I mean, and their players in all sports, like it's affecting all sports, not just football. It's affecting. We got baseball season coming up now, which is huge in college. You know what I'm saying? Basketball's already here. March Madness is coming up and stuff like that. But it's affect when it starts affecting others, all sports and all players. That's when they're gonna have to go into this agreement. And I doubt if they start a whole new league or something like that. Now I might have went way left with that one, but I was for sure on point when I got to talking about the contracts because it just has to be done. Like, you know what I mean? Your scholarship should be added with your NIL deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's perfect. Securing your education and securing your money is the most important things for a young adult in this world. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super dope. Securing your education and then securing your bag right along with it. You can
Yeah,
go.
yeah, no. I agree. Like I said, at the end of the day, the I think similar to how the players have control right now, I think that the schools have control right now over the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other things Tennessee is trying to argue is that the enforcement, they're trying to go backwards to try to enforce things rather than starting right now and moving forward. But I do see a situation, especially with
Mm-hmm.
which I know this wasn't in the notes, but this does kind of co well in the segment with what the SEC and Big Ten are doing with meeting with the presidents and all of these particular different things like this. I think I think some TV deals are on the table. They're about to expire. They're going to need to be renegotiated. So I foresee a situation based on with how aggressive the SEC and the Big Ten are. I do foresee a situation where before the next round of negotiations for some of these TV deals, I do see a situation where there will be some universities that are going to break away from the NCAA, and the NCAA will probably be relegated to just trying to enforce laws against G5 programs
Mm-hmm.
and lower tier programs. I think
That's a fact.
power P5 programs, um, the bigger ones, I think they're eventually going to break away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what we need, man. I mean, like, I know it breaks a lot of people's hearts out there to have to hear that and to see that what's going on away with the landscape of college sports and what they're moving in. But look, it's here, man. It's like I said, it's been here. It's around. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to have some kind of peace of mind to it because the NCAA is just pretty much throwing curveballs in where they can't because they have no control. I mean, let's just call it what it is a little bit. I mean, like, look, I don't got no control over this. They can't make a dollar off of everything that you do, and I essentially always thought that these bigger programs don't really what do they really need the committee for? What do they need that committee there for? You know what I mean? You're playing against your college is playing against another college. I wish I was looking when I did my homework and I was looking for the school that already had made their students employees. I can't remember the damn name of it, but it's already
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, right? Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Thank you. They already made their students employees. But that's already what's been going on essentially with the NIL thing. They're already employees at their said universities, right? I
Yeah.
mean, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So by making at Dartmouth, by them just doing that and making them employees, gave them a little bit more handle on being able to handle it better with transfer portal stuff like that. But now, yes, do you got to give students sick days and paid time off and all that other kind of stuff? Maybe I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. But still, like it handles. There's pros and cons to it, but I believe there's more pros to this situation when it's all being said and done than there is cons for both sides and both parties. But yes, contracts is going to have to come into play. And that's for my closing on that. Anybody got anything to say out there, anything to add? We would like to go ahead and move on to our last segment of the day. And we about to talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is tomorrow. Who you got? Who you rocking with? Who is going to take over? We going to give you the numbers. We going to give you the simple talk. We going to give it all to you right now on Fans Point of View. Now, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, man. This is a good matchup because Patrick Mahomes is just a straight up dog at what he does. Now, we all now running the ball with Christian McCaffrey. And I'm trying to talk about I'm trying to bring this a different way than what everybody else is, right? Everybody else brought this whole this kind of they talked about this, that, and the third. We know it's just simple. Christian McCaffrey running the ball for San Francisco. There, you know what I mean? That opens up that total offense. Debo gonna go off. If Debo goes off, you know, IU, we know they got weapons, Kittle, so forth and so on. But to me, it comes down to San Francisco's DM defense. Are they going to be able to get to Patrick Mahomes? We seen what happened when a defense gets to Patrick Mahomes, it slows that whole offense down. I thought that the Ravens can cover Kelsey, and I was wrong on that. And for that, I'll eat crow right now and say that I did. And I'm yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, I ate crow on that. I really thought the Ravens had that in the bag. Kelsey is different, but I believe that this San Francisco's defense of line is something special, especially with the add of Young. Young has this is the game right now where Chase Young has to come out, perform on a whole different level, and show why he became a 49er. This is his chance to prove that. And without a doubt, if we see Chase Young have a good game like I'm thinking he's capable of having, San Francisco will be holding the trophy. I'm going to pass it to you, and then we'll go back and forth.
My heart, with my head, and my heart want me to go with the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers tell me that the
Well,
Chiefs are going to win this game for two reasons. The
mhm.
Chiefs have the better defense, Chiefs have the better quarterback. Those particular combinations have yielded Super Bowls, obviously for the New England Patriots. They yielded it for the Indianapolis Colts, and a couple of other situations throughout history.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the way I look at it right now.
It's just with those two. Just those two. Like, and look, man. I mean, when you look, when we get to looking at the numbers, we know what the numbers is gonna say. But I know people out there, they like that. People out there like to hear numbers. You know what I'm saying? It makes everything just sound so much more realistic, right? Because numbers don't lie. That's what people say all the time. Well, numbers don't lie, right? After the fact, right? But before everything is said and done, and when you're talking about a game such as this with this magnitude and how crucial this game is to both sides, I just I know, man, it's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. It's so hard to go against Patrick Mahomes, man. It really is, man. When it's all said, because he's been here before, he's going to know how to come in and attack this game. But for some, like that offensive line, right? That offensive line had some weak spots, bro. And the Ravens were able to try. They didn't expose it. Let me get that. They didn't expose it, but they were hitting on that tackle, right? That right tackle. They were hitting on him. We know that tackle is weak. He's penalties, motherfucker. He misses blocks the way he blocks sometimes, and that's the weak spot. And they had to attack that. That's why I said this is on Chase Young to get the job done because you're going to double another guy. And don't forget about that linebacker. Yes, on paper, bro. Yes, the Chiefs got the better defense, right? They do. And then when you match up, let me ask you this question though, bro. When you match up the San Francisco's wide receivers with the Chiefs cornerbacks, realistically, bro, who wins that battle, bro?
That's a loaded question, though. It's a loaded question because you have to look at it from, like you said, is Christian McCaffrey going? Because if Christian McCaffrey is going, I give the 49ers the edge.
No, Christian McCaffrey not going. So I'll say this: Christian McCaffrey not going. He not going. He he can't get it going for some reason. The Chiefs are all
Well,
over that. The Chiefs are
well,
all over that right now. They have to rely on those receivers to make plays in with the corners. Go ahead.
okay, okay. And so then we move on to the next aspect of this. If Christian McCaffrey's not going, then that
Mm-hmm.
means they're not easy throws for Brock Purdy anymore. So in both
Uh-huh.
those instances, I have to give the Chiefs the advantage. But if
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey is going, then I give the 49ers the advantage
Well,
because
of course.
like you brought up to start this,
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is the engine that
To
makes
that off.
everything else go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's a
that's
fact.
so I have to answer the question that way, right? I have to answer it that way.
Okay. So if Christian McCaffrey going, the Chiefs they can't mess with those weapons. But we
No,
know Christian McCaffrey gonna go. I mean, he gonna get his. He like a. That's why I said this a damn good game, man.
it
Because
is. It really
Christian
is.
McCaffrey gonna get his. You can't stop Christian McCaffrey from getting his, and you can't stop Patrick Mahomes from doing what Mahomes is gonna do. This is a damn good game because he's just too damn good of a back. I don't know if I've actually been able and I'm saying this trying to be in all humbleness and trying to stay humble with saying this. I don't know if I have seen a running back like Christian McCaffrey in my lifetime. I'm really trying to not eat my words and say this, but I think that he is that
Hold up
damn
now.
good, bro.
Hold up now, Chubby.
He's fired, bro. And
Hold
I,
up
I'm
now.
thinking, hold on, I know, bro. I'm thinking, but let me say this. a long time. I ain't seen a running back good like Christian McCaffrey in a long time, bro. Now,
Okay,
can I,
okay,
is that fair?
okay,
Is
okay.
that
Yeah,
fair? Is
yeah. That's fair.
that
That's
fair?
fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
I ain't
That's
seen
fair.
a running back as good as Christian McCaffrey in a long damn time. And I'm telling you, I'm saying it like it is.
Okay,
If he was
okay.
black, they'd be giving him a
Well,
lot more respect.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But I mean, I know people say that, but I just had to say it my damn self, so I could be on record saying it. But like, I mean, in the Chiefs, like the Chiefs said, I mean, damn, Mahomes, man, he can make something out of nothing. You hear me? He'll
Yeah.
get back there and he'll see cover two, us. You know what I'm saying? He'll see a cover two. He'll call an audible, run the same damn play, and it just like him and Kelsey will just start playing backyard football. Like, all right, he just running routes that ain't even in the damn route tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they getting the job done, bruh. I mean, and it's just, but it looks so damn good when they doing it, and it's just, I can't wait to see the game, man. It's going to be a great game, bro. But it's hard to say that. Now, if he's not going, he said, I'm just tired of that damn Taylor Swift girl. Man, look, man. Look, I don't know, but I know that it's gonna be great. But I don't it's so hard to say, but I'm still rocking with the 49ers. I got the 49ers. I know I'm gonna probably come on next week and be like, damn, I ate crow again, but I'm just going with the underdog in this one.
No, I'm with you. I want to go with the 49ers, but these are some of the notes right here, right? So I went all the way back to 2000. I went back. I looked back at the last
Damn.
20, the last 23 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
And only 8 times in the Super Bowl matchup has the team without a top 10 quarterback won the Super Bowl. Now, when I say some of these names of these teams, you're automatically gonna know where we going with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
2001 Ravens, 2002 Buccaneers,
Mm,
2003 and 2004 New England Patriots, your 2006 Pittsburgh Steelers, the 2013 Ravens, the 2014 Seattle Seahawks, and the 2018 Philadelphia Eagles.
mm-hmm.
What do all those teams have in common?
All them teams haven't caught me. These are quarterbacks. That's what you were just talking about, brother. The quarterbacks, bruh.
No, 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 no. I'm saying what were those teams known for?
Oh, my old defense, brother. Come on, man. Come with it, man.
So 01 Ravens, number one defense. 02
Come on, man.
Buccaneers, number one defense. 03 Patriots, number one defense. 04 Patriots, number four defense. 2016 Steelers, the number 11th ranked defense. Ravens were 12th. 2014 Seahawks first. 2018 Eagles, fourth overall rated defense.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers do not have a top five defense.
They don't. But look, do you think that defense is underrated though?
I mean, I mean, not to. I'm not trying to be a smartass with this answer.
No, go
Trust
ahead.
me,
Shit.
Chubby. I can think whatever I want, but the eye test says they
That they
probably not a
that they
top five defense.
right.
And
But
and and and, and again, think about this, trucking. Think about this, Chubby.
I'm thinking it, bro.
Let's look at what the Kansas City Chiefs have done, right? Because we look at it and say, hey, it's Mahomes, it's Mahomes, it's Mahomes.
It's
What did
not that defense
Pacheco do?
crazy.
What did Pacheco do?
That motherfucker run hard, man. He runs so down,
What
man.
did the Detroit Lions do to the 49ers before Dan gambled it away? What were they
Trucking.
doing to
They was running all over that motherfucker, boy.
So again, I can think that the 49ers are the same defense that had Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman and Alden Smith. And I can
Mm,
think that that's that same 49 defense, but it's not. That's not what they are.
they not.
Now, I agree with you. I think if this was the variation of the Kansas City Chiefs that took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Mm-hmm.
where the offensive line was in shambles and Todd Bowles was able to just dial it up and get home
Mm-hmm.
with the front four, I could side with you. Again, I want the 49ers to win, but
You
the
can't.
only thing,
You just can't.
listen, trucking, I'm going to tell you this. I did my notes. The only statistical note that I found that suggests that the 49ers can win this game, I want to give the source. This is from Medium. The researcher is Jason Pauly.
Okay.
And what he did was he went all the way back to the first Super Bowl. I didn't go all the way back there. I only just
Damn.
I didn't go all the way back. I only went back to the past 23 Super Bowls, right?
Damn.
What he did was is he took points per game for the defense, I mean for the offense what they scored, and he
Mm-hmm.
took the points per game that the defenses allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So 49ers were ranked 3 in points per game scored. They were ranked third in defensive points per game allowed. So they gave them an average of 3. The
Okay.
Chiefs were 15th in offensive points per game. They were second in defensive points allowed. So that was an average of 8.5. Now, based on his numbers and based on what he brought up with, the average winner of the Super Bowl had a 6.6 average.
Mm-hmm.
So, based on that metric, the 49ers should win because they're at 3 and the Chiefs are at 8.5, which is over the average. Um the other metric here is I went back and I looked at all their Super Bowl appearances. The
Mm-hmm.
49ers are averaging 34 points per game, well, per Super Bowl. That's what they're averaging, and
Mm-hmm.
they are allowing 22 points. The Kansas City Chiefs, on the other hand, are only averaging 22 offensive points, and they're allowing 25.6. So
Right.
those are the only two things that I can say. But again, these are just historical. This last one I did is historical, and the one that I did first is just a variation of this season. But again, I just have to go back to what it is.
Right.
Only 8 times in 24 and 23 Super Bowls has a quarterback that was not top
But,
10 won a Super Bowl.
but dog, I like that, and hey, let me give you a round of applause, man. Because look, I like that, right? So I'm gonna give it to you on that one. Remember, you said what did the Lions do to the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
What didn't the Ravens do to the Chiefs?
What do you mean?
What didn't the Ravens do to the Chiefs? They did not run the ball like how they've been successful at doing.
Oh yeah,
They didn't run,
yeah.
right?
You're right. You're right. Touche.
And the Chief and the 49ers run game is it the best in the NFL? What would you say? I mean, we can go statistically, you can go eye
I
test.
mean, no. We'll just go to our test, right? The
Okay.
creativity is through the ceiling. Debo
Mm-hmm.
Samuel, Christian McCaffrey,
Right.
whatever. So yes, from an overall numbers and just the appearance of it, the San Francisco 49ers have the best run game in college football. I mean in NFL.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
period.
The
Period. No
motherfuckers can
discussion.
run.
No
And
debate.
yeah, and that offense gets going through CMC.
Yes.
This is why strongly, this is why I think that's why that's going to work for the 49ers because I don't think they go away from that. They do not go away from that. We know that this staff is not, this is not somebody who's going, and I think a lot of things got to Lamar. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the outside noise got into Lamar or somebody there. I don't know why they went pass heavy with Lamar in that game because if they had ran the ball, they win that game. I think so. But look, the Chiefs won it. They there, they fair and square. However, the 49ers is not going to break their mold. What got them there? They're not. We know
Yeah.
this. They're not going
Yeah.
to break that. And you can run on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now, when you get to looking at run defenses, you said that you can run. You can run on the 49ers. That is a fact, bro. That is a fact. But also, they did have one of the best rushing defenses this year, though, bro.
Yeah.
They did. They honestly did, bro. Like when you look at yards statistically, yards and how many people let up how many rushing yards this season, the 49ers, it's not that bad. Now, yes, could they get gashed? Yes, they'll get gashed and they give up big plays. Yes, because it's the first downs they're giving up, but they're not letting up a lot of rushing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting up a lot of rushing touchdowns. The 49ers have let up uh 1,525 yards this year. They've let up 10 rushing touchdowns and they let up what 97 rushing first downs, right? So that's what you're seeing is a lot of the big plays.
Okay.
That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of the big plays that's running on them. But you're really not running the ball that effective on the 49ers. They will put that to a stop. You know what I mean? They will put that shit to bed. Now with the Chiefs, you could run all over them all goddamn day, and that offense goes through them. You know what I'm saying? They're right in the middle of the pack. Matter of fact, the Chiefs' run defense is similar to my Steelers' run defense. If you really want to add that up like that, because we've let up, and I'm look, I'm always going to take the opportunity. We let up like what 95 first rushing first downs, and they let up 107. So you can
Okay.
even argue that our run defense is a little bit better, but it's the big plays that catch with running the ball that makes it look like the 49ers can't stop the run because when you do run on them and it is effective, you're going to probably break it for a big play. And Pacheco could do that. Now, I'm not arguing that, but I am saying that the 49ers and Brock Purdy being the game manager that he is, he's not going out there slinging the rock. And but we're in for a great game though, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
a
yeah.
great game, a great game. But statistically, that's what you could. I dropped the numbers for some guys, but yes, that's just what it is right now, bro. Like they're gonna ball out, bro. They're definitely gonna ball out. And but when like it's hard to go against him, man. Like I said, I went with him. But are you leaning so you leaning towards the Chiefs? Like, and I wouldn't be mad at you for that, bro. Like, if honest,
I mean,
I mean, you can't go against.
again, again, if we're looking back at at all the Super Bowls dating back to 2000, um, when you got the best quarterback in the game playing in that Super Bowl, they don't lose.
Yeah, they don't, man. They don't. And I look, I'm gonna drop. They don't. They don't. They don't, bro. And I get that. They don't, bro. They don't. They don't. Um, and you got a point there. And going against Patrick Mahomes, man, it's just like I don't know. I almost want to say like it's like betting against Brady. Like I want to like it's rolling off the tip of my tongue. Like yeah, I don't want to. I don't. You don't want to bet against that man. Like you know, but the 49ers do have the recipe to beat the Chiefs. They do. They have it.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
will it work? I don't know. But their defense, Patrick Mahomes has to stop. They have to stop Pacheco. And if they can hold Pacheco like I think they can do and keep that pressure on him, then they may be somewhere but when you get to looking at the passing defenses like in the NFL, bro, like I don't even want to say it, but y'all know, like the Panthers was all right with that. To be honest, the Panthers was like. But look, anyway, they're 49ers. They not that good of a pass defense, bro. You know what I mean? They not. They not. They in the middle of the pack somewhere in there when it came to stopping the pass. But I mean, shit, it's a passing league. So, like I said, we'll see what's going on tomorrow. Like I said, to me, my key point is San Francisco's defensive line has to show up tomorrow. That's my
Yeah.
key. What's your key point and your key giveaway to this game, bro?
Well, you already know what the key is. You don't.
Okay.
Travis Kelsey,
Uh-huh.
playoff time. He's turned
Okay.
it up. So if you don't stop Travis Kelsey, you don't stop the
Hmm.
Chiefs.
You don't stop Travis Kelsey. You don't try to stop the Chiefs. So Kelsey, shut down Kelsey. So shutting down Kelsey and on defense. For
Oh, if you
me,
want me to give both sides of the ball, okay,
yeah, yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
both sides of the ball. Offensively, Travis Kelsey.
Mhm.
Defensively, the 49ers are going to have to make sure that they have Chris Jones in check.
Ooh. He's a hard man to block. It's like he be having oil on him or something, bro. Like that motherfucker. Man, listen, I believe that. And my key thing for them is because look, they gotta get Pacheco. Do not stray away from the run. If you're Kansas City, do not stray away from the run. Continue to pound the rock. Keep that defense honest, because if you give them that defensive line time for San Francisco to pin their ears back and go after Mahomes, they will get the job done. So keep the defense honest, running the ball. Um, Kelsey has a score. Chiefs on defense. Stop CMC. Simple. Stop Christian McCaffrey. Make Brock Purdy beat you. That's for the Chiefs. For the 49ers, I already said, run CMC, get him going offensively, defensively, get the Patrick Mahomes. All right. That's my key giveaways. Anything else up out there? Anything else you want to add, bro? I appreciate you, bro. You gave anything else you gotta say?
Oh, bro, we in for a good game,
I can't
and
wait. I can't wait.
yeah.
I can't wait. Hey, y'all, man, y'all was fantastic today, man. Let me give y'all a round of applause, man. Everybody up out there showing us so much love, man. Um, I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in to the fans' point of view. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit us up, add us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff, man. All that good shit. We'll be back next Saturday. Y'all already know. Make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe on our channels. We appreciate the support and the love up out there. Until next Saturday, y'all stay blessed, stay out of trouble, live prosperous. Anything you want to say, brother?
Oh no,
All
took the
right,
words out of my mouth. Hey,
all right, bet,
yep.
bet, bet.
Hey,
Hey, y'all take care. Hey, don't go nowhere, bro. Stay backstage for a minute. Take care, y'all. Peace out.